Hello, this is Master Wasna,
Should I call you Mister?
aka Tiny, and this is how to green Batol heroic in Cataclysm. So as you start the dungeon, you face these little ads called Truck Dweller. Kill them, nothing specific. But the next wave of mobs is a little bit tricky. See that blazing Twilight Shield? It's a magic spell that lasts for 6 seconds on the target, and each damage taken heals him up. Either this spell or a spell steal this. Next wave, oh, combustion baby. Yeah, kill them, they're a little bit tricky as well, but anyway. You face another wave of ads after you're done with them, and destroy the nets and ride a dragon. See? Dragon riding is not something new. You have one ability on the dragon which you gotta aim it toward the mob waves and damage them as much as you can. Less hassle for the rest of the dungeon, to be honest. Make sure to kill the ones who are not skippable. After landing in the same spot, you start to walk again. Keep going and clear the waves until you're the first boss, a General Umbriss. So Truck Wave calls out some ads which are two separate kind of ads. Truck Dueler, which have one ability called Claw Puncture, which is a stackable debuff and damage target over time. But the other ad called Malignant Truck have three abilities. Claw Puncher as the last one, Mod God's Malady, a magic spell that can be dispelled. It deals some damage and slows the target for 50%. And Mod God's Malice, this spell happens when a Malignant Truck dies, which increases Umbriss's damage by 100% for 20 seconds. And if there are some truck duelers alive, it turns them into malignant trucks. Bleeding Wound is a heal priority spell which deals an stackable damage, and when his target reaches 90% of health, the debuff removes. Blitz is the one you gotta be careful about it. When Blitz happens, the boss targets a random player and locks on their current position and charges toward it, dealing massive damage like 100k damage, and knocks them back if he hits the target. Ground Siege is an AoE stun which happens to happen in front of the boss. If you see he is casting it, move behind him. And lastly we got Frenzy. It happens at 30% of boss's HP, increasing his attack speed and damage by 50%. Looks like no rest for the wicked. We just dive into the second boss right now. Forge Master Throngus. This boss has more abilities than Deathwing himself. He has 3 random phases which are shield abilities, swords abilities and mace abilities. Before to explain those phases, he has 3 general spells called Mighty Stomp which makes the ground wiggle, and with it he does Cave In, which makes some 5 yards of Stonefall AoEs. Make sure to move out of them unless your healer did something bad to you. By the way, when he chooses shield, he can't cast these spells. Pick weapon is random between those 3 phases I'll talk, and he gets one of them at a time. So basically when he chooses shield, Personal Phalanx gives him 99% damage reduction if you try to damage him from his front. Flaming Arrows, some random shoots, no one knows who is doing them on the platform, but dodge them. Flaming Shield, remember that I told you not to damage him from his front side? It does a breath out of his shield. Moving on to next one, which is sword abilities. Dual Blades, well, never mind, some damage reduction for him. Thrash is double amount of damage as usual, so tank uses some CDs please. Disorienting Roar should be eliminated. This thing reduces cast speed by 150%, and by each cast it reduces by 50% till 3 times and it's gone. Burning Flames is a stackable debuff that burns his target for amount of damage, and it can be this once for all, no matter how many stacks. Mace abilities. Encumbered makes the Forge Master to gain 200% increased attack damage, but it reduces his movement speed by 70%. Impaling Slam makes Forge Master think you are a mace, and he picks you up and starts to do damage with you, like one-handed mage. maybe. Last on the spells are the lava patch. It's some lava spawns from the ground, so don't stand in them. By the way, don't you ever pull the boss like this. Clearly you need a bigger platform to engage with this guy. Clear the way until second boss. Let me take a breath. Whoa, Drahga Shadowburner. This is an interesting fight. See how low HP he is? Don't get fooled by that. So as we start, he starts to do some demonic spells like Burning Shadow Bolt, which is a single target normal bolt that does damage. But it gets really interesting when he summons a Flaming Spirit. The fiery ground you see is where the mob spawns. It links to a player and runs toward his target. If he reaches the target, make sure to salute that person. Otherwise, if you slow, stun CC and kill it before it reaches the target, you just saved your buddy from a fiery death. When you push Drahga to 30% of his HP, he jumps down like a maniac, but he's smart. He comes back with Valiona. You wait for them to come back and start dealing with Valiona. This time, simply she has 3 spells. One to consider is Devouring Flames. Make sure not to stand in front of her, or otherwise it's a dragon and she breathes a dragon breath, and dragon breaths are bad. The other one is Slipping Twilight. Don't stand in them, they do damage per second and slow. The rest of the fight is explained, and those ads spawn during the whole fight, watch out. Damn, this music is so cool. Shout out to the team who made it. Oh, by the way, these ads are still live, so focus one by one if your DPS is low. You will see these ads in the boss fight also, which are made to wipe you if they manage to reach their destination. Erudax is one of my favorite also, not with pogs though. Binding Shadows is a magic caster spell that boss chooses a random target and casts it on the target place. You gotta run away from that or you heal the boss, GG using that keyword. When he starts to charge up Shadow Guild, there will be safe spot, that purple area you see in front of boss. Everyone has to gather to that place, and when the cast is done, boss gains 100% damage taken buff. It's time to shine. After the phase is gone, he summons 2 mobs, Faceless Corruptor. They ignore your existence, they want omelets, so as they spawn they run into sides of the platform to hatch the eggs. To reach their destination and do the channeling and finish it, you're dead. No matter how good you are, you will die. Feeble Body knocks the tank back and deals some damage to him, and also gives the tank 200% more damage taken debuff. This is it. By the way, I massively thank each one of you who are watching these videos and helping me improve. I try my best to be better on each time and make more of these. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. They're coming soon. Cheers!